Shalom Chavirim. Are you a good Jew or a bad Jew? Those two phrases, good Jew, bad Jew, come up particularly around this time of the high holidays. Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, Sukkot. Oh, well, I'm only going to one day of services. Well, I'm not fasting this year. I'm a bad Jew. Oh, no, I'm going to both days of Rosh Hashanah. I'm being a good Jew this time. Good Jew, bad Jew. These are harmful words. At the end of the day, to be a Jew is to merely acknowledge the fact that this is our new year, to follow the calendar. Rosh Hashanah, the days in between the first night and Yom Kippur. But what do you actually do? What are you supposed to do? Because not everybody knows. In fact, the only thing that you are truly required to do as a Jew is to hear the sound of the shofar, to rest, and biblically, before the destruction of the temple, was to attend the additional sacrifice. So in Rabbinic Judaism, they have created the way to acknowledge the fact that we can't make additional sacrifices. The Musaf service, it replicates this. But at the end of the day, if all you can do is hear the sound of the shofar and take a rest, you have done the mitzvot. The whole thing about tashlich, which is the act of, throwing bread into the water and casting away your sins, that's not biblical. That's a custom, and that is something that is powerful and that provides meaning to many. But at the end of the day, it's not the mitzvah of the holiday. Dipping apples in honey is one way, but you can celebrate it with many different sweet fruits. Also, not a mitzvah of the Bible, of the Torah. You see, over the last 2,000 years, we have had customs and rabbinical rulings and halakha. But at the end of the day, to be a Jew, to be a member of our tribe, to do the mitzvah, is to hear the shofar sound, to acknowledge the start of a new year, and to begin the process of asking for forgiveness. Not to go onto the internet and say, I am so sorry, but to go to your fellow man, to your fellow human. Especially in these last 2 years and in this last year, we have lived in contentious times, and our friend groups and our families have seen more contention, more conflict than ever. And we've probably said some things and we've done some things that caused pain. And it's our obligation, before we ever ask God for forgiveness on Yom Kippur, it is to ask our fellow man to forgive. And when asked to forgive, to find it in our hearts to offer that forgiveness. To be a good Jew is not a matter of how many times you go to synagogue, how long you stay at the service. It's not about having the talis or knowing the prayers. All you have to do is close your eyes and listen to the shofar sound. And you have celebrated the Jewish New Year. Good Jew, bad Jew. In relation to this, it is nowhere near what we should be talking about. If you hear the shofar sound, you have done the mitzvah, and that's all that matters. Shana Tova to all of you and to yours. And Shalom Aleichem.